Hey, this is Matthew from the Anne Arundel County Office of Instructional Technology, and I was playing around with posting some links in Word based on what I had seen happening in Outlook, and I found a little, a surprise for me, and so I thought I would record kind of what happens when this surprise happens. So I do encourage you, it's going to look a little bit repetitive after a certain point, but I encourage you to stick to the end and see this something different that happened. All right, so let's proceed from here without me on the screen. So here I am in Word Online. Online, that's important because Chromebooks only have Word Online. They don't have access to the full version of Word. So here I have a simulation from FET in University of Colorado. So I'm just going to copy that link, and notice that that's a big ugly link, right? URL. However, Word automatically translates it into kind of the name of that web page. I can hover over it and see that big ugly link, right? The naked URL, but it's clothed to the page title. All right, so that's one. Same thing happens with GeoGebra. Okay, so we're covering our stuff for our math teachers here. We got FET for math and science, GeoGebra, and same thing with Desmos. Okay, well the Desmos one actually wasn't such a bad title anyway. But Flipgrid, all right. So this is a Flipgrid group, okay, and this one is a Flipgrid actual topic. Sorry, there we go. This is actually I don't want to use that one. I have a different one that should work a little nicer. This is a Quizlet page. Right, so I can embed Quizlet on here. It tells me that these are flashcards about Sophocles. Okay, now it's getting kind of repetitive. I'm going to jump ahead to this form. The other form I had was only for people logged into AACPS. This one I have anybody who accesses it. Right, and you can also go in here and right-click and edit those links. And like that's not very descriptive right there. So I can say that this one is an algebra quiz, or whatever you want to title it, so that's fully editable. But here's where the surprise happened for me. I went in here and found a YouTube video, copied that URL, and pasted it in here, and boom, here was the surprise. It actually embeds the video right here inside your Word document. You can click play. Now, this is not going to, as far as I know, there's no reason to think that this would get around any YouTube blocks. It's not going to do that. But if your students can get to it from their device, you can embed it right here inside of a page in Word. Same thing with Microsoft Stream. If you're not familiar with Stream, it's our own sort of in-house version of YouTube. It's part of our Office 365. So you can put videos in here, and they're only accessible to people inside of Anne Arundel County, so it's not a good place to put videos if you want parents or the community to see it. But if it's something that's just for teachers and staff and students, and you just want people, say, in your class to be able to see it, it is a great option. So this is embedding, but you don't need to use the embed code. You just click the share link that you would share any other way, and copy it, and boom, it does the same thing that YouTube does. So you can play that video right here. And they also continue to fully function. So there's closed captioning here. I can turn on closed captioning here. Stream also has the ability to pull up a transcript of everything that's being said, and you can scroll down and say, I want to go to this point in the video, and it will fast forward you to there. You can even search. So we're on, I see the word button here, so I'm going to search for the word button, and it'll show you anywhere where that word appears, and you can jump to that point in the video. So all of those full features, anything like that that's in YouTube, like the captioning and the transcripts that are available in Stream, are available even with it embedded right here in Word. All right, so why did I pick all of these other things that, well, this was what my original goal was, to show how it turns a URL into the name of that web page. But the other reason that I chose these particular ones is because if I use those same links inside of OneNote, so let me go back to FET, copy that link, and embed that in OneNote. Just like those videos embed in Word, there's a whole lot more things, a whole lot more websites that you can embed inside of a OneNote page. All right, so I can kind of just go right down the list here. Every single one of these will embed inside of that OneNote page. So students can actually access this content right here in OneNote. Now, for you as the teacher to create this, you need to be in the desktop version of OneNote. But the nice thing is, if you create things this way, students can open OneNote on a Chromebook in the online version of OneNote, which is, again, inside of Office 365. And these will function completely for students. They'll be able to open them in here. They'll be able to see them embedded on their page. They'll be able to interact with them right inside of OneNote on a Chromebook. There are a few of these that will actually function if the teacher is on the online version. You can see that I pasted a lot of the URLs in here in the online version of OneNote, and it just it does what it does in Word. However, the YouTube videos and stream videos also do what they do in Word, so it embeds in there completely functionally. In addition to, this is a Microsoft Forms quiz, so the nice idea here is you've got the form embedded so that students can take it, and just like with Google Forms, you can have it auto-grade inside of Microsoft Forms. So you get the auto-grading feature here. You also have Immersive Reader built in for accessibility, so all the text can be read aloud to them. And in addition, because it's inside of a OneNote page, students can actually show their work on the page as well. So they could actually, write out the problem here and show their solution steps. So you have the auto-grading inside of Forms, but you also have their thought processes and them showing their work inside of OneNote. So you get the best of both worlds there as well. So just some cool new updates. The OneNote thing is not really an update. That's been around for a while. We've just been ignoring it for a long time. But the fact that the videos are now functioning the way they do in OneNote inside of Word Online is pretty cool. So I expect, although I don't know for sure, that just as more things function that way inside of OneNote, that fuller functionality should be coming to Word as well. So thanks for watching, and don't be afraid to get in there and try this out yourself and check it out, and consider using it with your students.